Hi, this is Ellie. I'm going to show you a few things that you need to know if you want to make a little video on Adobe Premiere Pro. First, you want to insert whatever video, picture, audio you're going to work with, and you go to File, Import, and if I wanted to just put a picture in, I click the picture, import, and it'll show up over here in this little column thing, and then you drag it in, and whichever one is on the top layer, if you have multiple layers, is the one that will show in the screen here. But since I only have one, I only need to put it in video 1. Next, you can, if you scroll over it and you have one of these arrows that pop up, the red arrows, you can drag it however long you need it to be, however long your video will last, and what not. Let's say I only want it to be 9 seconds, so I'll leave it right there and click play, and then that picture just shows up that I imported. Next, I'll import a video. Let's say I already put these on my computer and wanted to put them in my project. All I would need to do is click on the one I wanted, import, and it would again come over to this side area. Once it's all ready to go, I can just drag it, put it right next to the picture, that way it doesn't overlap. And as you can see, it comes with audio, but if you didn't want the audio in your presentation, all you'd have to do is click this area right here and it mutes it. So if you have multiple videos and you only want one audio, mute the rest of the audios so that just the one you want is playing.
Ellie in her natural habitat.
So then if I want to mute it, all it does is play the video. So if I have these two and I want to have music in the background, I would go find whatever music I want on there. I'm trying to think of where my music would be. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's see. You just scroll through your iTunes, or if you just have it on your desktop, you can obviously drag it, just like, let's say this was that. Well, you'd have to get out of that. But let's say this was an audio file. You just drag it, and you can do the same thing as that if that was audio. But I will just go in and import some music. Let's say I want this Egyptian music. Then I would just click it, drag it over here into audio 2, which is not muted. As you can see, that's how that works. It just plays over whatever video footage you have there. Next, if you would like to cut certain areas or chop up the video so you can delete only certain sections of the video without screwing up the whole thing, you come over to the razor tool, and it works best if you play through, like if you just click play and you stop it right before the part you want to cut. So let's say I wanted to cut the next 5 seconds of this and I wanted to start right here, then it works best if you put your little bar tool here, where it tells you where you're at in your video, and you just line it up with it. See the little dotted line that comes with the razor tool? Line it up exactly with the red, and it will cut right where you place your mouse. As you can see, it split the video right there. It didn't delete anything, but it just split up the clip. Let's say I wanted to delete all of this footage that we just watched. I would then put the razor tool right on the red line again to split the clip up. Next, if you click your selection tool, you can select this clip that you now just basically divided from the rest of the footage. You can select it and just click your delete button or your backspace or whatever you think works. And then with the selection tool again, you can move it over so it lines up. And it clipped, it did not clip the music, but it did clip the audio for the video, but since that's muted, that doesn't really matter. Then if we click play, looks like it was never there, right? Yeah. And that works best if you have little bloopers in your footage that you want cut out and that you won't notice if it's gone, usually if you do it correctly. Let's see. Yeah, just again, your selection tool is a lot of what you do. You can just move it, and that's on the selection tool is when the red, like, give me more footage basically. But you can't do it for videos because obviously the footage is only so long, you can't extend it. You can do it for pictures because it's a non-moving like background, and you can do it for music. It'll just like replay itself. And yeah, and next thing I want to show you is if you want to have text on your pictures and or video, you come up here to title, then click new title, default still, roll, or crawl, whichever one you think is going to work best for you. I do still. And you can name it, but usually if you have more than one, just keep it simple and name it 01, 02, 03, because you'll be able to see what it says over in this area here. Okay, so I click that, and next you can see what my background will look like, and it's on this text type tool. It's highlighted, it's clicked on, so just click where you want to start typing. And if I just type hello, I then can click the selection tool, move it around wherever I want to, make it as big as I want to, as narrow, as wide, really just do whatever. That to me is the easiest. You can always come in here and type on all this jazz up there, but if you want to have a different font, you come up here to this area. You can choose one of the many fonts. I'll just do that one. And if you have more than one line of text, you can center it. It's just like typing on a Pages document. You can add a little fun to it if you want. Do some of these down here. Okay. So then you can see what it'll look like with your background. And as crazy as this sounds, all you have to do is click X, and it'll pop up down here. Drag and drop just like normal, and I will put it in the video 2 area because I want this to be above my picture. I want this to show on top of my picture. Whatever you put on top is what will show, like first, or on top like that. Okay, so if I have that there and I want it to be the whole length of the picture, I just go until I think, and it'll usually give you a little notification that you're at the point where it's the same. And then bam. That's about as simple as it gets, and you can always play around and get it to like move and pulse and whatnot, but that's for you to explore how to do. I was just getting you set up on what I know so far. And yep, that's it. That's all I know. Thanks for watching.